I love documenting art and the community of artists, and so when my friend, photographer Jim Spillane, told me about a recurring art show near Cape May that had been going on for half a century, I got my gear and headed south. Little did I know that I was going to meet some very nice people and learn about the priest who served as the guide in their journey of art. And your name is?
Fury Feraco. I live here in Fishing Creek, New Jersey, which is located on the Delaware Bay. It's about 5 miles north of the Cape May Lewis Ferry. I belong to the St. Barnabas Art Group. This is our 53rd annual show. 53 years ago, there was an Episcopalian priest in Villas, New Jersey, and he started a small group of art lovers in his congregation. And he was so good at teaching that we muscled into his group. Pretty soon, we had a waiting list to get into the group. Sometimes we had almost 30 people painting. Father Shelton was a phenomenal teacher. A number of us had gone to art schools and taken lessons with other people, but he nailed us. He taught us all how to paint.
My name is Martha Fiddler, and I've been with the group 34 years.
So you knew the Reverend.
I did.
What was he like?
Well, it was lots of fun. You know, he was a good guy, very knowledgeable. He was a great teacher. And he never painted on your painting, but he told you what to do.
Did you guys used to have pool parties? There were
Yes.
pictures of him in a swimming suit.
Yep. When we were younger, we did more partying. And they were here, been coming here for a long time.
And tell me about your own work, what you like to do.
Anything that strikes my fancy. Really, I've done all kinds of things. Animals, ballet, and this show happens to be. And children, mostly from photographs, is what I do.
To what do you ascribe the cohesiveness of this painting group?
When Father Shelton died, we weren't too sure this was going to be able to continue. We became friends through the years. It's a social thing as much as an art thing. And now it's been, I think, maybe 10 years since he died, and we're still together, which nobody ever thought that would happen, but we still are.
Has it been a fun and important part of your life?
Absolutely. It's like a high school group gotten old.
We used to have a show the first 2 weekends in August, and we would draw over 1,000 people. We were all getting on in years, so we condensed into just one long weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the second weekend in August. And now we have just about 500 people who come to our show. We give you a little bit of refreshment, some cookies, goldfish, and a glass of Prosecco.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This is very good. What was the special?
This
have a bite to it?
Prosecco. Prosecco with Saint-Germain.
This is the way to have an art opening. Best day of the year.
This is how we live every day. Yes, we live this life.
Our group tends to be representational because Father Shelton insisted, paint what you see, not what you feel. We have been following his advice. Every subject matter is covered except abstracts.
You had one what?
I had a tomato worm bite me in the butt.
What? Why?
It was
Get undressed for him?
It was-
How did he find you?
I took my beach chair to the beach and sat down on my beach chair, and felt this ungodly bite. I got up to see what it was. It's a tomato worm.
I would have freaked out.
Well, I did.
I
you were
would have
trying to
totally
squash it.
freaked out because they're so ugly to begin with.
They
Is it
are
green?
Yes. Green and big
so
around
gross.
and really squishy.
Did you take it as a compliment that he thought you were a real tomato?
Yeah, right.
Well, there's a thought.
My name's Janet McShane, and I'm basically a plein air artist, although I work in all kinds of different medium. I work at the harbor, I work with nature and art. I just like being outdoors. Like Cezanne said, go out in the woods and paint. I'm out in the harbor, in dunes, and at the National Wildlife Refuge and Wetlands Institute, wherever they have a bathroom and nature.
Where do you live?
We live in Dennisville. We came down 8 years ago from Philadelphia area. I trained at the Pennsylvania Academy of Fine Arts.
Bob McShane.
And
Thank you.
you are the husband of the musical husband of the artist.
Of the artist Janet McShane. She keeps a close watch on this heart of mine. She keeps her eyes open all the time. I keep close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds, because you're mine. I walk the line. I find it very easy to be true. I find myself alone when day is through. Yes, I'll admit that I'm a fool for you, because you're mine. I'll walk the line. As sure as night is dark and day is light, I keep you on my mind both day and night. And happiness I've known prove that it's right, because you're mine. I walk the line. You've got a way to keep me on your side, to give me cause for love that I can't hide. For you I know that I never tried to turn the tide, because you're mine. I walk the line, because you're mine. I walk the line.
Was he a painter, Father Shelton?
He painted, but paradoxically, he was almost an abstract painter.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yes, definitely. A friend wanted to buy this painting when I had it hung in my bathroom. I had run out of wall space, so I had this crab painting hung in my bathroom. And we were at this very elegant cocktail party, and Charlotte was standing about 5 feet away from me. She said, "Fury, do you still have those crabs in your bathroom?" Of course, everybody standing around me moved back about 5 feet.
You are?
Pam Verity.
What did you ask her?
And how long have you been in this group?
How long have I been in? 10 years?
At least, if not
A
more.
while.
They should be educated.
Has it been fun?
I like it better
Yes,
than
it has.
regular
It's
champagne.
a lot of fun, a lot of
My
good
daughter
artists.
likes that.
I'm
She
enjoying
buys that all the
learning
time, the
from them.
Prosecco. She's coming to Sunday night.
Do you ever go swimming in
No.
Fury's pool?
Saturday.
No.
And
Why not?
see somebody
You
watching
don't
Bella.
put a bathing
Her
suit
dog
on this
sitter.
body.
Hanging in there.
You got to get your fellow people to be less self-conscious.
She's like her little.
Well, in my pool, you don't need a bathing suit.
That was coming.
We started having our shows in his vicarage. His upstairs was turned into a studio, and pretty soon there were too many people coming to our show. We had to move to a larger place, and I suggested, well, why don't we have an outdoor show on the grounds around my house? Lo and behold, all these years later, we're still having the show here.
How long have you been in, Susie?
Well, I had a break. I was in the beginning for about 25 years, I would guess.
So when did you?
25, 30 years.
I came shortly after you did. You were in it a couple of years. You were still in the
Baby
guards.
clothes.
No, you were still in the guards.
I
In
was in the
reserves.
Coast Guard Reserve.
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Yes.
Anna Marie Zabielski. I've only been in for 3 years.
Oh, you're one of
I'm the new
young blood.
Yeah, right. Not young, but young blood as far as the artist, yes.
Did you also take art lessons from the...
Reverend Shelton.
Was he a good art teacher?
Oh yeah. He was a good critiquer. He didn't actually teach us. We taught ourselves more or less. But he would critique what we were doing and then we would straighten it out.
My name's Karen Rose.
How long have you been part of this group?
About 18 years now.
And I was admiring your paintings. You have kind of a soft-edged style. Where did that come from?
That's just how I view things. I don't know. I have no explanation for that. It's just how I paint. Everybody says I need glasses.
Did you have lessons from the Reverend?
Yes, I did. And from my father before him, who was an artist. He was an amazing artist. And he also is gone, just like Father Shelton now.
What has being in this group meant to you?
Oh, I just love it. We're become a family, and it's just nice to paint with other people, to get input.
Were you at any of those pool parties in the pictures?
Yeah. I was at quite a few, yeah.
Well, good luck. I hope the next 50 years are even better.
Yes, as do I. Thank you.
Nice meeting you guys.
You also. Nice meeting you.
Father Shelton unfortunately died. It'll soon be 15 years ago. But we kept the group together, kept the name. I'm the only original member still left. We have several people who have been with the group 25, 30 years. We have 2 new members who have been with us only about 3 years. Sales have been very good. We've built up a reputation. I think so far, in the first 2 hours, there's been 5 pieces of art sold. We have people coming back every year. They pick out a favorite artist and will buy a painting from that artist every year. We still have all day tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday for sales. I've just sold a painting now. I credit Miss Bullinger, my kindergarten teacher, in instilling in me the love of art. The first thing I created was hung in the entrance of our school, and I was hooked on art. When I was in the 8th grade of high school, there was an art club which I joined, and Miss Flood was the teacher, and she introduced me to different techniques of painting, and I was hooked even further. Then I went to Penn State. I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I took parts and letters, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, some painting classes, and learned a little bit more. And after I graduated, I joined the family building materials business in Rio Grande. That is when I had a painting at one of the local outlets, and Father Shelton saw the painting there and asked me to join his group. And as they say, the rest is history.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say good night, sweetheart. Good night. Just a little afternoon entertainment to keep the people happy.
It's keeping me happy.